Hello, gamers. Hello, noobs. Welcome to game 34. It's a duo plus, and for this game, I'm with my good friend, who's known by everybody, and he's known for many things. The fastest shot in the side. He can call clean in M1 and resign to it, and he sometimes gets it wrong, but that's the price of the heaviest carries when he's right. He has 1,000 alts, but here he is in person. Let's welcome Mouse.
Hello.
Hi, Mouse. Hi. It's really cool to have you here with me.
Yeah, it's nice to be here and talking about this game.
So it's a Duo Plus. We probably can expect a little bit slower game than usually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Players here are the Duo Plus. How can we call them players? And of course, there are coaches behind them. They're talking with them. Hopefully, not that much, because coaches are not supposed to play and to tell all the picks and votes in chats. Now, what do you think about the M1 so far?
I haven't got much from it, but there might be a spy in 1.1 and 1.2.
Yeah, I think that's a good chance. Well, I can even say that in top, there's at least one spy. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it could be like top clean exactly. They're just like terrible in ones.
I think I might need to see Section's pick before I can say more, because I usually get
Hmm.
the most info from 1.3.
1.3. Why do you get so much info from that pick exactly?
Because it usually says if that person's res or spy.
Hmm. Oh, so 1.3
If they
picker
pick,
exactly.
yeah, because it's like in the middle of M1. I don't know how to explain it really, but it just,
All
okay,
right.
that did not give much info.
Well, it's not a there's a lot of info in this pick. I agree.
It's usually 1.3 if it's an off pick, but that's not.
Hmm. So when I see those missions, obviously Walrus is looking very good, but that doesn't say
Yeah.
much. I feel like Catfed and Wednesday are also looking much better. Saxon's looking the worst. That's because he was off-picked twice. So he has a lot of possible spy teams. So actually,
I
like you
think
said, 1.3 didn't give you much info, so probably 1.4 will. What do you think?
I think that the spies have bad hammers this game, and that
Hmm.
the spy with Saxon
Saxon
off
with
picked him
who?
to
Mick?
look good.
But
I mean better.
you mean Saxon spies with who?
1.1 or 1.2, probably
Oh,
1.2 at
okay.
this point.
1.1, 1.2. Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think it's anti-MRF in Saxon because I really do not like 1.3.
So anti left, so just left Hansa and Catfat.
Yeah.
And look, this pick is taking
And
ages, and I feel like Catfat isn't really thinking about. He isn't playing by himself. He's just talking with his coach.
I do really like that pick.
Well,
At worst, it can be two spies.
yeah, it like it follows your clean. That is like left hand side and Catfat. Well, I currently think that probably. Okay, well, instead of thinking what's clean, let's think what's the best 1.5 here. And that could be Wednesday.
Yeah, I think so.
This Wednesday has the most possible ads, I feel like. Well, okay.
Oof,
So
that's
if he's speaking Mr. Fahrenheit, from his POV with M1s, how many ads does he have? His Catfat, Mr. Fahrenheit, and Walrus can be right-hand side and Walrus. Yup. Can it be square? It can't be square because of 1.2. So anti-Mick and Saxon, no, because of 1.4. So it has just one ad, and that ad is exactly Saxon. Yeah, Saxon. Strange 1.5. I'm not a fan, honestly.
it could be Percy to Mick, with Mick picking 2 spies because Mick loves picking 2 spies as Merlin. And Mr.
Mhm.
Fahrenheit is exactly Assassin.
Oh, in bottom.
Oh, I mean, it could make sense in that Mr. Wallace picks that as Percy to Mick, with Mick picking 2 spies as Merlin
Mm-hmm.
on left hand Cat.
The thing is, like, left-hand side, Fat Hat. I feel like this is something we should have seen on 2.5. 1.5 leading into 2.5, seeing this exact theme. That would be the most logical. But now, when players see 1.5, they could be like, okay, this is probably not clean left-hand side Cat Fat because we should have seen this. Depending on the PRCs.
I think that the only possible combo for that now is exactly Wallace to Mick.
Walrus to Mick.
Seeing,
Hmm.
seeing 1.1
Yeah,
and being
yeah,
like,
yeah. I understand because
Assassin's
then
Strength.
Mr. Fahrenheit is like the contrast for Mick, and Saxon does I don't know, 1.3 question mark, but then he's picking the rest. Oh, he's removing Walrus. I love this pick. Oh my god. Okay, so but this pick has how many ads does it have? Actually, I don't love this pick. It only has one ad in Wednesday now. He should have added Saxon probably. Saxon? No, that also would have one ad. What if if he would add Wednesday? Yeah, also one ad. LMAO. Not looking the best.
From my point of view,
Mm-hmm.
I just really don't like MRF this game. I don't understand any of his picks.
I agree with 2.3 seems a little bit uncalled for. Why are you adding Mick? You hate Walrus, but like why? If anything, then he should be liking Walrus, and if anyone should be picked on this 1.5, I think it should be Wednesday. Yep, the meta
I think,
pick. Obviously.
yeah, but I think this fails.
Also, there's no chat. I hope this fails because then we have a real game. And it does fail.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there's zero chat this game, by the way. Honestly, completely zero chat.
I think Catfat should spy MRF here. As
Now
res,
Walrus
but
being
this
removed. I like Walrus now much more than I used to like before. And now at what? Left hand side and Saxon? I think if I'd be picking anything, then left hand side Saxon would be something I'd pick. But, well, first of all, it has good M1s. So it could be good, but
unless
depending on
unless
PRs. Yeah, unless what?
unless the Mick and Saxon are both as Marlins.
Yeah, he picks left hand side, so this is still a good M1's peak. But now I feel like he's not Percival to Mick and Mick and Saxon. He could be. That would be a crazy solve, Mouse. Like you called this very early on. Wednesday is talking with the coach what to do, whether to succeed or fail.
Even though this is logically should be clean if that is Percy to obeys Percy to
To Mick.
Mick. I just don't think that MIF has the info that he does as VT to do both 1.2 and 2.3, I think.
Yeah, it was 2.3. And you're right. I really
So
don't feel this 2.3. Well, does he have a read or something? Like his POV, why does he prefer Mick over Walrus? And who rejects? Oh, Wednesday reject. Okay, I'm sheeped. Like Wednesday is just rest. Fuck it. I am sheeped. I was thinking of Wednesday's rest, but now I am. I am sheeped. Oh my god, the dual plus game with zero chat. Completely zero chat. Like, what is this, players? Well, anyway, if Wednesday is rejecting this team, very viable team, by the way, what is she raging for? Because I don't think you're picking Walrus. Like, if Walrus gets picked here, he gets Hammer, and he can, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you actually should pick Walrus. Because what else? You're gonna pick Top? I don't think you're gonna pick Catfat. But maybe. If you have a read. What the treat would be. Okay, so he's picking both.
I really want to see this.
You want to see this? Oh yeah, Mr. Fahrenheit
Yeah.
action. Yeah, this would be the clean that you called. Logically, doesn't make much sense, by the way, this pick. But it makes a lot of sense if we assume what you said is that Mick would be Merlin of picking two spies because this is something he does. I honestly don't see like the logic behind this pick. So PR info would be a good explanation. Why is not left-hand side and Saxon picked though? Because left-hand side and Saxon, I think, is a super viable team if people would be just following information, logically. What do you think about left-hand side Saxon?
I think it has two Merlins in
Yeah.
though. And with either Wednesday or Obey as Percy to them. With 3.1 being rejected.
Catfat is thinking, but if you're a Catfat, someone who was on 2.5, it was rejected, and it was rejected by both Mick and Walrus. Okay, I don't think Mick is Merlin.
That's weird.
I don't think Mick is Merlin anymore. And well, do you want to stay with that theory?
No, that is obviously wrong now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. And now, what do you pick as Mick? I feel like M1s are bad already, because why is not left-hand side and Saxon picked? There has to be something off about this team, because Wednesday's picking bad M1s before, and this is also bad M1s. Also, wait a second. This is fucking M2. What the fuck? He just apped? He just apped M2 plus 1.
I'm confused now.
Bro, Meek, what the fuck? What is going on, man? Okay, whatever. Okay, so Mick is out, at least for now. Like, I would out him like forever, but Things can happen. I've seen a lot in my life. And he picks Zigzag. But Mr. Fahrenheit did 2.3. Well, let's just pick bottom and fuck it. Like, I hate when stuff like 3.3 happens because, you are kind of forced to spy this picker and upper even. But there's part of you who's like, what if you just make the fucking silly mistake? I hate that because then the game turns. Oh, it was apt, and it was clean. So, okay, Mick. So okay, I now I understand why is he picking 3.4 after 2.3. So he's adding another spy because Kavad would be a spy anyway. Mouse, what do you think about combos on this clean?
I need to rethink this because I was completely wrong, but some of these picks were really bad for this clean. Like, I don't understand how they managed to get this.
So Mr. Fahrenheit, I mean, I can see how Mr. Fahrenheit is picking this, exactly him, because he picked Mick and he was a spy. So Catfat was, well, you don't really pick 2.5, I guess, even though he was picked on 3.2, so maybe, and 3.4 is suspicious. 3.4 should be under our radar. Okay, Walrus rejecting 3.3. But look, you were actually correct. Like, if you wanted to say that Mick and Saxion were Merlins, but you said Mick was Merlin, and he's Morgana, so it could be Saxion Merlin. It could be like Walrus to Saxion.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because he rejected 3.2, but maybe someone else could, like Wednesday to Mick.
Yeah, like I said, Wednesday or Obey to make in section.
Mm-hmm. So Obail doesn't make much sense, but Wednesday to make in Saxion, that works. Or it works quite well even. I'm actually gonna straight up
I
dual
mean,
Saxion and well, who knows.
I'm much better when there is actually chat to read because I can tell when people res
Yeah,
based on how they chat.
there was no fucking chat this game. The typical duo plus because normal duos they tend to be just like normal games that are like hyped up or like turbocharged by coaches. This time we had a very silent game.
Yeah, I'm not really good at these type of games. Like just by picks, I can like say like Mick and MRF have one res one spot, but I wouldn't be able to tell who is actually res
Honestly,
and who's actually spy.
honestly, I would go just for like Wednesday to Saxion and I'm sold. But why is Wednesday rejected 3.1, right?
Yeah,
How the fuck is she rejecting 3.1 as Percival to Mick?
something went weird with this game.
Oh, so
I just don't
fuck.
know where though.
It's not Wednesday to Saxon then and Mick, but maybe it's like Walrus to Wednesday. No, he pays 3.1 and apt. Mr. Fahrenheit to Wednesday and Mick.
And what is 2.3?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Mm,
If section is indeed coached by Artsy, Artsy usually does that 1.3 as
Now, what's the problem with
an or
Square?
PR.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Mr. Fahrenheit is Merlin. Like Wednesday to Mr. Fahrenheit. Yeah.
I feel like section is PR though, based on 1.3 exactly.
1.3. Why do you think 1.3 stands out this much?
Because knowing Artsy, he only does that as a spy, which I thought he was,
Mm-hmm.
or as a PR role. usually. I think he's more of an off picker
Hmm.
as a VT.
Okay, so Saxon PR. Let's see Saxon to Mr. Fahrenheit. But I feel like Wednesday rejecting 3.1 is so powerful.
It really depends on how much on this was decided by their coaches because like
Wednesday to Mr. Fahrenheit is currently my combo. Like it just works. It just
it
works. But
kind of does, but
1.2 would be bad though. Is this why she picks? Shit, 1.2 being bad, exactly. Fuck, I am kind of lost here.
I think it's Saxon to Wednesday or Saxon Merlin.
Saxon to Wednesday, okay. Wednesday Merlin situation. Could be, fuck, it actually could be. Like Mr. Fahrenheit to Wednesday even. Damn, I'm shit. I just swapped my GM for the third time, by the way. Now, what about Walrus to Wednesday? Nah. If Walrus is Percival, then it's only to Saxon. And Walrus to Saxon, does it make sense? And he's not picking bottom, he's picking 3.1, he's picking Mick. Yeah, Walrus to Saxon makes a lot of sense. Hmm.
I think I'm gonna go on a limb and say my original read of Obey being Percy is correct.
So you're thinking about what combo right now?
I'm thinking of Obey to Saxon.
Oh, back to Saxon.
It could easily be Saxon to Wednesday. I just think that Saxon is confirmed PR in this case.
That's Obey to Saxon. I was checking this combo out and it makes a lot of sense, honestly. So the combo, I feel like we have two combos that make a lot of sense. So what, Mr. Fahrenheit to Wednesday and Walrus to Saxon.
Yeah, and I don't think Saxon is VT.
Obey Mr. Walrus. Who the fuck are you? What is your role? How much time do they have, by the way? Because this is such a slow game. There's no chat. I feel like there's a lot of chat, but unfortunately somewhere else, and that is in DMs.
Most of my reads come from like the chat, so this is not great for me
Hmm.
whatsoever. But from just picks alone, I think that 3.1 is rejectable by VT, especially if they're listening to their coaches.
3.1 is an interesting choice because if you're personal to Saxon, yeah, this is the only pick you can make if you're personal to Mick, for example. It's a good pick. Mick could be Merlin. Man, am I gonna flip again? Okay, but Wednesday rejecting 3.1, you say it's possible. How is he rejecting the 3.1 though? Because of 1.1?
Could be.
Well, the one person that I don't think is Merlin is Obey Mr. Warless. And I don't even know if I have a good reason to say that, because it could be Wednesday to Obey Mr. Warless even. I don't think so. Because of 3.2. Yeah, I think I'll go with Mr. Fahrenheit to Wednesday. Because the 3.3 could be right Fahrenheit and Walrus if he's Percival to Mr. Fahrenheit to Walrus.
What about Wednesday to Saxon? Because technically 3.2 is mixed team, assuming he didn't pick two. Assuming that he did pick two spies, which can happen because it's Mick. But do they know that?
Hmm. Well, we have two combos and we can't really solve because we don't have much of anything. Oh, are they gonna even shoot? Do they have any combos? Because they're not talking at all. Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with Catfat's coach.
Obey to Sax or Sax to Wednesday. Oh, interesting. Well,
Yeah, that's my read too.
really? Obey to Sax or Sax to Wednesday.
Yeah, I said Sax is a confirmed P.
Yeah, that's true. You did say that.
Sax to win. I completely agree with whoever's coaching Catfat.
Zik
They
looks
can be BT.
so good. Oh, I don't think Zik looks so good after 2.3. I feel like if you're gonna pick in Mr. Fahrenheit and Mick, then seeing 2.3, you're just gonna pick Mick. Top? Top is a very good pick, yeah, but like Zik? No, I don't think so.
Is Saxon as Merlin going to pick a good team after bad 1.2 though?
Hmm. If he's Merlin, yeah?
Yeah, if he's Merlin.
Honestly, I have no clue. Haven't played much with Saxon. So to my POV, he could. Maybe he did, maybe he would not. Well, I would honestly shoot Wednesday on Mr. Fahrenheit to Wednesday. Saxon to Wednesday, let's see. So, Saxon to Wednesday, just 1.3. Sure. 2.4 is whatever. They are going to shoot Saxon, I feel like. 20 ice creams are being owed. How much time do they have
I mean,
left? Because this is very long.
Saxon is not a terrible shot.
So they have
I
time
think
for
they appear for sure.
39, I think.
But this thing that's holding me back from GMing Wednesday is if the person's listening to their coach, I don't think they are Merlin rejecting 3.1. Because it's not necessarily a bad thing, even if Fat is a spy with Hammer. I think it's possible to like.
I don't know who VT is rejecting 3.1. Well, so 3.1 could be rejected because of 1.1. Wait, no, not 1.1.
Yeah.
Some other one. No, actually, it's wait, I was thinking that 1.1 killed 3.1, but it didn't actually. Oh, it's just a good amount pick, yeah. Well,
Assuming that oh yeah, it is a good one's
yeah,
pick.
just like all good amounts. Like, I don't know why, but I thought that there's at least one bottom one on 3.1 and the VT can just reject it because of that. But Wednesday's Merlin one, I'm telling you that there's something sus about Wednesday.
And it does make sense. But like the coach wouldn't be telling them to reject that. It's Merlin.
Well, you know, games like this can go always. Like, if you reject this as Merlin, there's a chance you survive. Like, even this game, there's a good chance Wednesday survives. But if you approve and you are in like zero info, Mick is gonna be, well, Saxon would be probably confessed. But still, Hammer would be with Catfat. Who knows? Maybe she didn't even listen to the coach. Some people play like this. And like, I think there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you want to play a certain way, and your coach is telling you you should do something else, and you want to see like, you know, just like how your coach will explain you what you did, what you wanted to do, it could be very beneficial for most people.
Technically got mixed role from
Yeah, you
the
have Mick.
line
It's like,
obey to Saxon.
yeah, yeah. If it's obey to Saxon, and man, you had this like since fucking M1.
I'm just gonna stay with that just because it.
Yeah, you should. You should, because then you can say, hey, this was the only combo I was calling all game. And it would be true. I'm vibing VT
I
rejecting
personally,
3.1. Well, we have 3 more minutes. And you personally would
I,
what?
per-
Yeah.
I personally would reject 3.1 myself,
Interesting.
just based on vibes.
Based on vibes. What
I
vibes
would have
do you
thought that
mean?
I would have thought Fat and Saxon and never two spies.
Saxon and Cat, but never two spies. Is there any reason why you think that that could be the case?
Well, 1.3, 1.4 is kind of setting it up for a bad team building experience in M4 if they're two spies.
Because one spy off-picked one another in
Yeah,
1.4? But
and then
that happens sometimes, right?
it does, but like with an on pick and then off picking their spy partner, they would probably try to avoid that, so they can probably build a decent team in M4.
Well, and Catford is also assassin, so he can make a bottom one, and it can still work. Well, they would know that. Catford would know that if he would be playing as spy with Saxon. Let's shoot Sax. They are gonna go for Saxon, man. They are gonna shoot your combo. And man, you called this combo in fucking M1. Mouse, do you see this?
Yeah, I just really did not like 1.5, like as
Bro,
a
you're a legend. What the fuck?
I had the wrong Merlin though because of like
Yeah, you were thinking make
1
is
point.
Merlin, but like, come on. You had the make, the Walrus to make in Saxon, and you were correct.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it-
impressive, man. That is impressive. Well,
I'm impressed with the 3.1 reject too. It kind of made me change for a little bit.
yeah, it was a
And then I was
very
like,
strong
I
project, yeah.
I could probably reject that maybe like sometimes. So like
You know what?
because 1.3,
Good job. Good
1.4
job,
is kind
Hans.
of sorry. You might want to cut this last part out because like we are talking over each other.
That's good. All right, but I think we can be wrapping this up. So thank you for being here with me, Mouse. That was a lot of fun. And thank you guys for
Yeah, it's
watching.
been a pleasure.